Best time to use Multiplier in Monopoly Go. Hey there! Ready to maximize your earnings in Monopoly Go? Well, this week I'm breaking down the best time to use Multiplier in Monopoly Go so you can make the most out of every roll and strategize like a pro. First up, understanding the multiplier mechanic. To start, let's dive into what the multiplier does in Monopoly Go and why it's such a powerful tool. Essentially, the multiplier feature allows you to increase your earnings by a specific factor, which can make a massive difference in your overall game strategy. By using it, you can amplify the rewards from rent, passing go, and even landing on specific high-value tiles. However, the multiplier isn't something you should activate impulsively. Unlike other boosts, it's not constantly available, so you need to be selective about when you use it to ensure you're getting the most value out of each activation. Think of it less as a bonus and more as a tactical advantage. With the right timing, the multiplier can turn a good move into a phenomenal one. For example, using it when you're about to collect a hefty rent or during a high-stakes event can really give you a leg up against your opponents. It's also important to remember that the multiplier impacts not just immediate earnings, but also your overall position in the game. A well-timed multiplier can provide you with enough cash flow to buy more properties, upgrade existing ones, or even outbid opponents in trades and negotiations. It's all about playing smart and making the most out of your resources. So let's explore how to use this feature wisely and understand the best situations to activate it for maximum effect. So, next step, activate the multiplier. During high reward rolls, one of the most effective times to use the multiplier in Monopoly Go is during high reward rolls. These rolls occur when you land on tiles with substantial payouts, such as valuable property spaces or the lucrative Go tile, which offers you a cash boost each time you pass it. The reason these rolls are ideal for the multiplier is simple. They offer high earnings by default, and with the multiplier activated, those earnings grow exponentially. Using the multiplier on high reward rolls can transform a regular game turn into a major financial windfall. Imagine landing on a high rent property like Boardwalk or Park Place. With the multiplier in play, the rent you collect skyrockets, putting you in a stronger position against your opponents. Similarly, the multiplier works wonders when you're passing go, turning the usual payday into a massive cash injection. These extra funds can be reinvested in purchasing more properties or upgrading the ones you own, giving you a strategic edge. Timing, though, is crucial here. Since you don't have an unlimited number of multipliers, it's essential to use them when they'll have the greatest impact. Look ahead at the board and anticipate when you're most likely to land on these valuable tiles. If you see a high reward roll coming up, that's your cue. Activate the multiplier and watch your earnings soar. By planning ahead, you can ensure you're always getting the maximum benefit from each roll. Next, use the multiplier during special events. Monopoly Go often spices up the gameplay with special events, which temporarily boost rewards for landing on specific tiles or completing certain actions. These events can include bonuses like double rent, increased rewards for passing go, or even special jackpots during a limited time jackpot week. These events are golden opportunities for using the multiplier to supercharge your earnings. During events like double rent, for example, any rent you collect from your properties is already doubled. By activating the multiplier on top of this, you can quadruple or even sextuple the normal rent, depending on the multiplier factor. Similarly, if it's jackpot week and you're rolling for big bonuses, using the multiplier will enhance the event's payout, giving you a massive boost that could put you far ahead of other players. This is particularly helpful if you're aiming to accumulate enough cash to secure expensive properties or upgrade existing ones. The key to capitalizing on these events is timing and awareness. Keep an eye on the event calendar or notifications in the game so you know when these bonus periods are coming up. Holding onto your multiplier until an event is active ensures you're making the most of the additional bonuses. It can be tempting to use the multiplier as soon as it's available, but saving it for these special events can lead to a much larger payout, maximizing your strategy and increasing your chances of winning. So, plan wisely and strike when these events are live. Next up, multipliers and property upgrades. Using the multiplier in conjunction with property upgrades is another powerful way to maximize your earnings in Monopoly Go. Upgrading properties is a strategic move that increases the rent you can collect from opponents landing on those tiles. When you add the multiplier into the mix, these upgraded properties become even more lucrative, allowing you to earn double, triple, or even more from each transaction. Here's how it works. In Monopoly Go, property upgrades significantly boost rent values. If you've upgraded a property to a high level, the rent collected expected from it can be quite substantial. By activating the multiplier when opponents are likely to land on these upgraded properties, you're setting yourself up for a big payday. This approach is particularly useful because it doesn't rely on the timing of specific events or tiles. Instead, it's about setting the stage so that whatever or whenever an opponent lands on your property, they're paying a hefty sum. Moreover, this strategy allows for flexibility. You're not constrained by special events or particular tiles, and you can capitalize on your investments at any time. As long as you've got a strong property portfolio, using the multiplier on upgraded properties ensures a steady stream of multiplied income. This tactic works especially well in the mid to late game when opponents may be running low on cash and each rent payment makes a difference. So upgrade those properties, time your multiplier activation, and watch your profits soar without relying solely on the luck of the dice. Next up, save the multiplier for the end game. In Monopoly Go, the end game is often the most critical phase, where the stakes are high and every roll can make or break your chances of winning. This is when players are scrambling for resources, properties are more valuable, and the competition is fierce. If you've managed to save your multiplier until this stage, you're in an excellent position to capitalize on its power. In the end game, using the multiplier can give you the upper hand and potentially swing the outcome in your favor. The reason why saving the multiplier for the end game is so effective is because it allows you to make the biggest moves when it matters most. At this point, cash flow is often tight and every bit of extra income counts. If you can use the multiplier to amplify earnings from your properties or from passing go, you'll have more funds to outbid opponents in auctions, buy those last few crucial properties, or even dodge hefty rents with ease. Additionally, other players may be running low on resources, making it tougher for them to respond to your boosted earnings. Playing the long game by holding on to the multiplier until the final rounds ensures you're using it when it can have the most impact. It's a strategic decision that maximizes the value of the multiplier, especially when other players might be struggling. So keep an eye on the game's progress, assess your opponent's financial situations, and activate that multiplier at the optimal moment in the game. This approach can give you a substantial advantage and push you towards victory when others are stretched thin. Next, using multipliers during trades and negotiations. Don't forget, Monopoly Go isn't just about rolling dice and collecting rent, it's also about trades and negotiations. If you're planning to trade properties or make deals with other players, consider how the multiplier might affect the outcome. You can negotiate for higher value properties or better terms by offering to multiply earnings on certain trades. This way, the multiplier becomes a bargaining chip, adding a new layer of strategy to your game. Next, capitalizing on the multiplier with Monopoly Go power-ups. Power-ups in Monopoly Go can also pair well with the multiplier. Features like extra rolls, property protection, and rent dodgers can extend your play and increase the chances that your multiplier will pay off big. When combined strategically, these power-ups ensure that you're maximizing every roll and every dollar. Save up these power-ups and use them alongside the multiplier for a powerful boost in earnings, helping you gain the upper hand. Next, multipliers for complete monopolies. Finally, one of the best uses of the multiplier is when you're close to completing a full monopoly. Owning all properties in a color set boosts your rent earnings, and with the multiplier activated, this boost becomes even more substantial. Try to time your multiplier for when you know you'll be completing a set. Not only does it scare off competitors from trying to land on your properties, but it also ensures a steady multiplied income for you. And there you have it. The best time to use multiplier in Monopoly Go is all about timing, strategy, and making the most out of every opportunity. Try these tips in your next game and watch your earnings soar. Don't forget to like, share, and follow for more Monopoly Go strategies. Good luck and happy rolling!